Good morning to Mary Banks, Sharon Bartholomew, Catherine Phillip, Eulyn Alexander, Kyron Coppin. Yeah. Howdy do. Yolan Swan says good morning and blessings to you, Mr. Joseph. Good morning to everyone. Happy belated birthday to Martha Augustus. You celebrated yesterday. Let the joy of the Lord be with you always. Coming from all of us from Upper St. John and St. Andrew. Belated to you. Jillian McIntyre says good morning. Good morning, Jillian. How are you? Monica Meros Williams, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning to my family up there in Mama Can. Who are your family? Who are your families up there in Mama Can now, eh? Mami Liris? Or Rastiba? Or Muyaki? Mama Can, good morning. It's 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Cuthbert Rodney says good morning. Pastor Rodney, good morning to you. Want to say good morning to Miss Gail Purcell and the members of your team. Excellent work thus far. One more time. Yeah. When you see me talk, I talk like a winner man. It might not appear that I'm winning, but I am. That's the philosophy, that's the idea, that's the way, that's my modus operandi. Yeah, when you see me dancing, I dance like a winner man. Good morning, it's 23 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's get with the program, and it's time for the word of the day. And the word of the day today, it is a noun. Yes, it is a naming word, and that word is tenet. Tenet. T-E-N-E-T. All right. A tenet is a principle, a belief, or doctrine that is held to be true by members of an organization, movement, or profession. Tenet. Principle, belief, or doctrine that is held to be true by members of an organization, movement, or profession. Nice. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. On her first day at the Fashion Institute, Martha learned the basic tenets of the fashion industry. She learned the basic doctrines, the basic principles, the basic beliefs of the industry. Yeah, nice. 22 minutes on to 7. Good morning to Pomeroy, Mount Agnes, Red Bull and the posse up there. Yep. Esther and their son and, family surroundings. Cobbs, good morning. The folks at Seawet, good morning to you all too. What's up? Happy New Year to you all. Doggy and Latant, good morning. No, Doggy's in Pomeroy, right? Yeah. Latant, good morning. Crowshoe, good morning. Sing, good morning. One piece of fried chicken coming up. Nice. The folks inside of Rukin, good morning to you too. Barbara and the folks at Sugar Hole, good morning. Crowshoe, good morning. Macquin. The Macquins. Yeah. Coffee, good morning. Nadisha, morning. Louis, good morning. Papa Jerry, I see you in the semi-final, boy. For the Independence, I see Squeezy there too. Randy. There's some big names, you know. Yeah. Big J is there, so a serpent. Valine. Now here's the thought for the day. It says, ask yourself if what you are doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a check, a raincoat check. Ask yourself if what you are doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow. And if it is not, you be honest with yourself. If it is not, then you know you have to change course or direction, yeah? Nice. Put that to the test today. Check yourself today. Yulin, your cutting style, doing good, Gordon. Drinking a cup of hot ginger and spice for the weather now. Nice. I'm having mine too. Good morning, Judlin, Daphne and Sylvie. Tout bagay bon. Nice. Six Senses, good morning. The management of Six Senses. Good morning. Great things are in store. Yeah. Transformation of the parish of St. David. They call it Virgin Parish. Well, the transformation is there. It's in the making. Great things, transformation. Catherine Phillip, happy birthday. Jacinta John, have a wonderful day today. Okay, happy birthday, Jacinta. Lydia Cameron, I thought you left me out, you know. Good morning, blessings to you, everyone. Lydia, what's going on? You didn't tell me Happy New Year yet, you know that? Razum Baptiste, my brother from another mother. Good morning to you and the entire family. Derisa, Nika, all the ends. Jahim and Karim and everybody, the little girls. Good morning to you all. Love you all a whole lot. Jennifer Lawrence, good morning, innocent viewers, listeners. Have a blessed day. All right, what's buzzing this morning? I do have a guest. We'll be promoting that gospel concert that's coming up for the Independence. So I will be having a guest talking about that this morning, and then we'll have a conversation. Buzzing this morning. Many drivers and bus operators are not happy with the unexpected closure of the Grenville and Guave Rubis stations, as it has caused an inconvenience to their daily routine. I can only imagine. Yeah, oh my goodness. Listen, what I do know is that some industrious person is going to find a way and a means to get that back up and running. So don't worry too much. Don't be too bothered, all right? 7 events are set to mark Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence celebrations in New York. Only 7? Where is the other 43? It's supposed to be 50 events. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My brethren Debbie, good morning to you and the family, man. Yeah. All right, Oliver Joseph hints at a possible new political leadership as the new national party is likely to host its convention during the first half of this year. All right, let's wait and see. We all wait with high anticipation and bated breath. So my cousin hints that there is a possibility of new political leadership. Okay. Sounds good. Good morning, Hamlet Mark. How you doing, bro? You all right? All right, a local artist is showcasing Grenada's history in one painting. I'm very happy. I must confess that I'm very happy with the level of enthusiasm I'm seeing nowadays as it relates to our local folks getting into publishing and creating and so forth. The gentleman I spoke with yesterday, Mr. Angus, my goodness, this book is, hey, it's a must get, and it's being launched today at the House of Parliament from 6 p.m. Go on out and get a copy. It's only $120. That's an investment, really. Thanks again for, giving me that copy that you had yesterday. It's, oh my goodness. Grenada, get a copy of this. The A to Z of Grenada. The A to Z of Grenada. All right, huge congrats to Grenadian talent Davoni Alexis and his team for bagging an Emmy for Outstanding Picture Editing for Variety Programming with a Black Lady Sketch Show. Kariku is beaming with pride. Congratulations. Oh my goodness. There he is. Oh, wow. Let's trade places, man. All right, nonetheless, folks, it's time for us to take that break. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather coming up. Stay with us. Those of you who are on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Stick and stay with us. Don't you go anywhere. We are with you anywhere and everywhere.
I am VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs. Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Thanks for joining us. A local artist is showcasing Grenada's history in one painting. Christina John takes up this story.
What we're about to see here is a masterpiece done by one Louis Salab as his contribution towards Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. We would like you to meet the man himself, Louis Salab, the artist. Louis Salab takes us on a journey that spans centuries, from as far back as the 1700s to the present. The artist said he was approached by caretaker for the town of St. George, Claudette Joseph, on what can be done to enhance areas around the capital. His suggestion of a mural at the end of the Sendal Tunnel was approved and his artistic skills kicked in. It's what Salab described as a short history of Grenada in art.
This is the part where I was supposed to start from, but it didn't look unique, just starting from here and leaving this white space open. Then we had a historical feature here that says females only, that was engraved into the wall because they had a female toilet here when we was much younger, right? So all I did was bring it back in the light and bring something to enhance it, which is the waterfall. Most people love it. But this is a story we're telling here now of the beginning of the slave ship that brought our foreparents to this island. And it goes like this. The slave ships, they come in at the slave ships, and we come up here with a depiction of the slaves and the slave masters, the bringing in of the slaves in and the slave masters, and we continue come down the line. Now this is going to be a depiction of a slave master branding a slave from slavery into slave revolt, into labor movements. Then we come into the revo, and we come into the revolution, and we go into the invasion. After the invasion, we come back into normalization, where we going to see individuals like our national heroes like Karani James, Jennifer Austin Miss Wall, Junior Murray. We have a few of them. We have a couple of them too, well, I mean. And after that, we come into our enhancement as the carnival. So we won't get depiction of the Mokojumbi, the Jab, that type of stuff along the way, coming into our 50th anniversary sign,
Salab shared the inspiration behind his depictions, which are intended to awaken people's consciousness about how far we've come as a nation. The accolades he's received thus far, he said, are overwhelming.
In art, you have to do a little research regardless to what, and especially when you're doing things historically. So I did a little research, put together one or two little pieces, but I place it in my own way, to excite the whole thing. Body is the greatest, I ain't telling you no lie. The amount of nice work, very good, every vehicles passing, tourists coming who want to take pictures, stand up, take picture. Could I take a picture? Everybody is really, really nice.
Having started art from a young age, Louis would love to see other artists be given an opportunity to put their creative minds to work.
First of all, thanks to the minister for giving me the opportunity, and I always enhance the opportunity to broaden my scope in terms of art, and this is one of the good things that I could use to not only myself but other artists, because we have a lot of good inspiring artists in Grenada who don't get the recognition, who need a lot of excellent artists. We don't get the recognition per se, but in doing this, maybe it could enhance us in a level that we could get better cash for the products that come as artists in Grenada.
Louis wants people to enjoy art for what it's worth and has this genuine request.
Grenadian people nice. Only one thing I appreciate is that if people see the art, watch it, enjoy it, and do not soil the art or try to, tamper with the art. Let me appreciate something good that we have that we could. Tourists could come, visitors, we own people that could come and, yes, look at something nice, look, I could enjoy this. So let me just keep it clean and nice. Please don't destroy that. Thank you.
The masterpiece will be completed in time for the Jubilee celebration on the big day, February 7th. Christina John, GBN News.
Thank you, sir. All right, 7 events are set to mark Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence celebrations in New York. Beverly Telesford has the rest of the details.
Francis Purcell, a member of the Independent Steering Committee overseeing the Independence Celebrations Committee and the Gala Committee in New York, has disclosed a series of 7 events planned to commemorate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. During government's inaugural Journey to 50 episode on Tuesday, Purcell detailed the events to begin on January 19th.
The first event begins on January 19th, which is a cultural explosion, we call it. It is going to be a display of our culture, our foods, our artistic talent, and it's going to be followed the following day by a youth fiesta where we have our young people displaying a lot of their talents. Then the Sunday afternoon, we're going to have an ecumenical service at Our Lady of Refuge Church. It's going to be followed by a senior appreciation luncheon on Thursday, January 25th, where we are going to really show our seniors what they mean to us. Then, of course, the Saturday is going to be our gala, which is going to be our grand event. We're expecting over 700 persons to be there. And, of course, our beloved Prime Minister is going to be our guest of honor.
Purcell said the celebration will go beyond the festivities with the recognition of 50 individuals who have made noteworthy contributions in the areas of education, music, culture, and more. Additionally, 9 distinguished individuals will be presented with plaques acknowledging their exceptional service in areas such as medicine, education, culture, and community commitments.
We have something that we call a 50-50. They have they've chosen 50 persons in every aspect. Education is leading. They will be unveiled at the gala, in addition to our 9 honorees who will be given plaques on that night.
Purcell reminisced on her life in Grenada as a teenager in 1974, comparing it to the Grenada that she annually visits today. She added that it is commendable to see the historical value of Grenada being highlighted in the independence activities.
I mean, I've seen a number of improvements in our academics, the way TA Mary Show operates, the programs that are offered at these schools.
Launched on October 31st, 2023, Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence celebrations will continue throughout 2024. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Other news, the new National Party is likely to host its convention during the first half of this year. Christina John reports.
New leadership is likely in the making for the new National Party as the party plans to host its long-awaited convention. The declaration was made by a representative for the opposition party, Oliver Joseph, who was a guest on GBN's To The Point program Tuesday.
We will be going to a convention in 2024.
Nice to know that.
And it would be a leadership convention.
All right.
And when we say that, we don't mean that only the leader, because all the positions.
Joseph said a date for the convention has not yet been set, but the executive is scheduled to meet by the end of this month to decide on a date.
We had a leader that has led us well over the years. So we facing a leadership for the leader now of the party for the first time in 30-something years.
Okay.
Because Dr. Mitchell has been so successful in leading the party. 5 elections, 3 of which were 15 seats. It tells you the sort of support that he has in Grenada.
Party leader Dr. Keith Mitchell has been blamed for the party's loss last election as people have been clamoring for new blood. Grenadians are likely to see some new young faces on the NNP's platform come next general election.
Well, first of all, I would not blame Dr. Mitchell for the loss of the party. There are a lot of circumstances.
There have been circumstances.
Yeah, a lot of yes, but new blood is what we need to bring in. Yes. No, I agree with you fully. There has been the call for younger people. Now, what we notice with the younger voters, and they are in the majority.
Yes.
Is that they get tired of you quickly. So some young people are saying, well, ever since we here in Grenada, we know about Dr. Mitchell.
All right.
And how they express it is that it's time to give a young person a chance, and that will happen when you have a new generation coming up. As I said, but let's give somebody else a chance. The government doing good, but we tired, with what thing. So yes, we have to bring in new blood into the party and keep the older heads. We need a man like Dr. Mitchell around to guide us.
Oliver Joseph also announced that he is backing out of frontline politics, however promises to remain on the sidelines as an advisor if need be.
I will spend a lot of time in the restructuring of the party.
Okay.
And any task that the party so assign to me, and in any area that I can help, that will be my role.
All right.
To help build the party to the stage where we can win the next general election whenever that is called. But as a candidate, no, I will not be contesting as a candidate. We are trying to identify somebody new. Already we're trying to look for somebody new so that they can start,
Christina John, GBN News.
Many drivers and bus operators are not happy with the unexpected closure of the Grenville and Guave Rubis stations, as it has caused an inconvenience to their daily routine. More in this Rena Ped Thomas report.
Vehicle owners who fill up their gas tanks at Rubis gas station in Grenville, St. Andrew and Guelph, St. John have been unable to do so for the past 9 days. These gas stations have been closed since the start of the new year, greatly inconveniencing drivers, especially those traveling through St. John's. The drivers expressed how the situation has affected them.
Because a lot are inconvenient, because when you go, you have to go out. You can't get no gas to go out. You just have to either go in St. George's or you go in Grenville. As such as, but it's a hard thing for us because we have to. And then when you go in town, you have $50. You have to put $50 gas. And if you don't have that $50, and you know, it's another problem. So it's a real inconvenient.
Most bus drivers tend to pull up before they go and do the run. So it's a bit of an inconvenience for them to having to go all the way back down to can't remember, is it Grand Mall to get diesel or whether it's petrol for the bus. You know, I'm not sure what the problem is, but there must be a situation with the actual owner of the gas station. That's why there's no gas in there, because it's inconveniencing me as well. You know, being a visitor to Grenada, I would expect to be able to fill up my vehicle at the actual gas station.
Very much inconvenient for me and the people of Guelph St. John's, because me as I cannot get gas in my vehicle, I have to go quite in St. George's to buy gas. I'm a fisherman. I will get fluid on the jetty for my boat, but it affects me bad and everybody here. So we need the gas as soon as possible and fast as possible. I don't know what's the issue, but I would like for it to resolve.
But I was hoping to fill my tank because I'm actually on E. So I gotta wait until I get back to town, I guess. It's obviously having a great effect on the community, but there's nothing I can do about it.
The GBN News team reached out to country manager of Rubis, Charles Archer, to determine what's behind the closure of the gas station. He said the closure is in no way their fault, as they are more than able to supply all their customers.
So the present situation at the Grenville and the Guelph gas stations are strictly matters concerning the operator of those two facilities. It has nothing to do with the company Rubis. Rubis is fully stocked with gasoline, diesel, and kerosene, plus the cooking gas, the LPG, and the lubricants total that we are responsible for. Persons looking for products can go to any of our 10 other service stations. Well, in this case, it'll be 9 other service stations to receive the products that they need.
GBN also contacted Sylvester Qualis, who has been operating both gas stations for over 8 years. Though he declined an official interview with the news team, he did state that as a tenant of both sites, his lease expired, and presently they are in the transition stage of handing over the operations to the owners of both gas outlets. After this is completed, the service will resume. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Reporters Without Borders, an international non-profit and non-government organization focused on safeguarding the right to freedom of information, has added its voice to the concerns surrounding restricted media access to last Thursday's swearing-in ceremony of cabinet ministers following the latest reshuffle. The international organization expressed disappointment with government's actions in a tweet on Tuesday. The tweet reads, and I quote, "RSF was disappointed to see the Grenada government bar reporters from covering its cabinet swearing-in ceremony last week. As the new cabinet takes power, it is essential for Grenada's government to signal its commitment to press freedom and transparency going forward," unquote. Reporters Without Borders works on the ground in defense of individual journalists at risk and at the highest levels of governments and international gatherings to defend the right to freedom of expression and information. RSF lobbies governments and international bodies to adopt standards and legislation in support of media freedom and takes legal action in defense of journalists under threat. This story to report, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has brought attention to a twofold challenge facing the nation: a shortage of skilled and soft-skilled workers in various sectors. My colleague Nisha Peters tells us more.
This comprehensive issue, as highlighted by Prime Minister Mitchell, demands a holistic approach to ensure Grenada's sustained economic development and competitiveness on the global stage. On Mondays, GBM Beyond the Headlines, Mitchell stressed the critical importance of not only technical expertise but also interpersonal and communication skills in the modern workforce.
We must be able to expose our students to skills training across the board at all primary school level. And we need to be able to then follow that up within the secondary schools. So, of course, and then the idea ultimately is to create centers of excellence. Now, I want to make this point because I still think that there is this suggestion that you do skills training because you're not bright. And that is a fundamental mistake. In fact, it is because you're bright. In my view, you should be doing skills training, because the reality is the world, especially with the use of technology, you don't need basic skills training. You need to be able to marry technology, problem solving, and creativity with the skills training.
Prime Minister Mitchell noted that the scarcity of individuals with strong soft skills such as communication, problem solving, and teamwork affects the overall efficiency and dynamism of the workforce.
We recognize that NULO in particular, for instance, has a program that is mainstream, that addresses this issue, values, behavioral skills. And I think they're particularly good at it because certainly their history initially was treating with persons who were viewed as underprivileged or dropouts or et cetera, or troubled or what have you. And I think that they've shown over the years that focusing on human development first on soft skills is just as critical as the pure technical skills. So there's also that component. And the pilot for the 3 centers of excellence funded by Lottery in collaboration with NULO and the Ministry of Education will look to start addressing some of those issues.
To address these challenges, he revealed a multifaceted strategy encompassing education, training, and collaboration with the private sector. The initiatives include an increased focus on incorporating soft skills training into educational curricula, developing mentorship programs to enhance interpersonal skills, and fostering a culture of continuous learning and adaptability.
We have agreed to do some consulting because we recognize this is not something that you can just simply sit in the confines of the Ministry of Education or in Cabinet and come up with these solutions. We'll have to have extensive engagement with the business community in particular, and particularly those sectors where the need for the skills training are immediate, so that we can work with them. We will also be partnering with Lotto and NULO in particular to initially have 3 centers of excellence to address skills training, but not just skills training, soft skills as well. Because the surveys are showing that when you ask employers what are some of the challenges they have with employees, it starts with things like punctuality.
The government plans to collaborate with industry leaders to design specialized training programs that address both skill sets, ensuring that the workforce is equipped to meet the demands of an ever-evolving global economy. We fill the gaps in technical expertise, but also to cultivate a workforce that can navigate the complexities of the modern workplace with confidence and resilience. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
Recognizing the need for a women's health clinic in Grenada, former student of St. George's University, Dr. Timothy McKinney, with support from Grenadian officials and medical professionals, has launched a clinic specifically for women. The McKinney Foundation for Women's Health, funded initially by Dr. McKinney, aims to bring volunteer medical professionals to Grenada to offer care, perform surgeries, and train local health workers in urogynecological and pelvic floor skills. The clinic will provide a range of minimally invasive gynecological and urogynecological surgeries and preventive care services. Operating from the GIDC Frequency compound, it is envisioned that the clinic will evolve into a self-sustained program offering paid services for locals to support its operations and partnering with St. George's University, students and local OBGYNs for continuous service. With a collaborative and educational approach, the initiative aims to resolve challenging health issues faced by women in Grenada. Dr. McKinney elaborated on the services the Women's Clinic offers.
My specialty is female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery. What does that mean? It means that if you have things that fall apart from childbearing, if you have prolapse, you have urinary incontinence, you have problems that develop from childbearing, if you're torn up pain, these are all areas very much my expertise. If somebody was born without the right anatomy from different genetic predispositions, I can end up helping those patients out.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell attended the ceremony and said the initiative is a partnership that will flourish.
I think oftentimes we view healthcare purely from the service delivery perspective and not from the business perspective. And healthcare, as we know, is probably by now the $1 trillion business because everybody wants to live forever. Everybody wants to look as beautiful as Amy. And there are other aspects to healthcare other than just simply, in a sense, curing the sick. And I think as part of the development of healthcare in Grenada, we also have to recognize that and encourage the private sector in particular to play its role in helping us address the significant gaps that we have in our healthcare system.
Health Minister Philip Telesford thanked Dr. McKinney for his initiative, noting that it will improve health care for women in Grenada. All right, we continue to highlight tributes to Grenada's upcoming 50th anniversary of independence. It's time for GBN ISAW. Stay with us.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clearvision.
Parliament building at Mount Weldale illuminates tonight's GBN ISAW. The building has been lit up in Grenada's national colors in commemoration of the island's 50th year of independence. The strategic placement of the colorful lights reflected the architectural grandeur of the Parliament building. We thank our citizen journalists for that beautiful submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And so it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
welcome viewers and listeners to the conversation this morning. I've got two sets of guests. Well, the first lady here, she was with me sometime last year when we were promoting the creative arts courses being offered at TAMCC. She's back to enlighten us on it, how it went, and roll out of a new one. I'm speaking this morning with Miss Janelle Lewis. She is the project officer at the Desk of the Creative Arts.
Grenada Office of Creative Affairs.
Thanks
Grenada
for the correction.
Office of Creative Affairs.
Good. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you too.
And how are you?
I am doing good.
How was the Christmas holidays?
It was good. It was nice, quiet, and my birthday also falls right after Christmas.
Boxing Day?
The 29th.
That's not right after. That's 4 days after that.
Listen, and the thing is, people just forget you at that time.
You get birthday present for
Christmas in one, ever since. I know when that would
Lovely.
change.
But thank God for life. I'm happy you're here this morning for more reasons than one, because in recent times, I'm seeing a lot of creative juices flowing in Grenada. Yesterday, I interviewed a young man. He's an author. He's actually launching his book today.
Nice.
Mr. John Angus something. I can't remember the last name now, but he has a book A to Z on Grenada.
Nice.
Everything on Grenada. And besides that, there are a number of publishers and authors that are coming up. I'm seeing a lot of artists, painting and so forth. So the creative juices in Grenada are flowing again.
And that's good to know.
That's good.
And that's what we want to encourage. We want to encourage creativity, but also not just saying the creative juices are flowing, because one of we just kind of trying to change the mindset, and one of the rhetoric that we're trying to change is that creativity and your passion is side hustles and hobbies. Your writing is not a hobby. Your singing is not a hobby. It's not a side thing. It's an actual, viable thing that you could do, that you can earn a living out of and make it a career.
And I'm happy you said that again, because I've been pushing that narrative, especially with our singing artists. Over the years, I sing too.
Right.
I'm a recording artist too, and I know it costs to record a song, to produce a song. And you'd find guys doing it and coming and ask a promoter of an event to give me a blind, like just for the recognition. Guys, this is business. I'm happy now.
Treat it like a business.
Yeah.
It's a business. Treat it like a business.
I'm happy now that I'm seeing most of them, when you call an artist now, they tell you talk to the agent. That's good. So I'm happy that the business approach to it is being pushed now.
Yes, that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. So you think of your business as a business. You think of yourself as a business person, and that is where the courses come in, just to push it in there. Because when we spoke the last time, the first two courses being offered were Introduction to Entertainment Law and Introduction to Entrepreneurship for Creative Industries. And with the Entertainment Law, that course got me excited because it spoke about contract law. As you said, give me a blind. Give me a blind. When you speak about contract law, you're speaking, I am a performer, I am an entertainer. You contract me for 2 hours. Your event starts late. Either you forfeit your deposit or so, or it is that you add on more or something. You pay me for my time. Instead of saying, give me a $200, and then when time come, you're supposed to go on midnight or 4 o'clock, you're up in the people venue. Yeah. And then they still give you the same money that they initially offered you. No consideration for any deviations on the plan. So, treat your business as a business. Treat yourself as a business owner.
Right, yeah. Your voice is your instrument.
Correct.
Yes, good, nice. So the course is Introduction to Business Law.
Introduction to Entertainment Law. Right, and then it was Introduction to Entrepreneurship for Creative Industries.
How are these courses progressing?
They're completed now.
Right,
so we have another 2 that we're going to talk about. So the first 2 was completed. 76 scholarships were awarded for creatives to do the courses. We've gotten preliminary feedback. We're going to have a little ceremony for them with their certificates and everything like that. But we've gotten preliminary feedback, and they were all elated, happy for the opportunity, because the courses cost. But right now, what we're trying to do is build capacity within the creative industries, build capacity within our people, so we can allow you the opportunity to go ahead and do these courses at no cost to you, help you advance yourself so that you know how it is that you should perform in your creative business, how it is that you should run your creative business. And I had the opportunity to look at the entrepreneurship course outline to see what it is that was being covered in the course. They covered record keeping, because that's a problem. That's a problem. Not really keep records. So they covered record keeping, they covered contracts, they covered intellectual property. A lot of things were covered in that course, and we're just waiting to get more feedback. Who knows, maybe we'll do a little video on it, because we have a lot of content on our pages. But all the participants of the course were very happy to be afforded the opportunity, and that's what we're here to do again.
Let me ask you this: it's a government-based project, right?
Right. So the Office of Creative Affairs, well, with the recent shuffle, we are now attached to tourism, culture, and creative economy. So that's where we are right now. Before, we were under economic development, planning, ICT, creative economy. That's where we were before. But right now, there's been a little shift. But yes, it is a department within a government.
So what is the intent?
So we have multiple mandates, and these courses are part of one, but the mandate mainly is to drive the creative sector, and we can see that happening in many ways. So when we had Unleashed back in May, a lot of, all the creatives came together, different people within the industry, stakeholder, and so on, and there were a lot of recommendations. There are a lot of recurring themes that you heard from creatives. Access to financing was one, mainly because of the nature of their business. It could be lack of keeping records, financial institutions not being able to really assess the risk of a creative business, so then they just opt not to take the chance. They indicated that access to financing was a big issue for them. For performers, maybe the bulk of their money comes in at, festival times when shows are happening. So they don't have that constant inflow, and a financial institution might watch this sporadic level of deposits as a high risk. So they weren't able to get financing. So one of the things that we addressed that is going to drive the creative industry was a recently launched business development fund, and that's for creatives. Although we're not here to talk about that, we'll talk about it briefly.
It's important.
Yes, so the fund has 3 components. There's a grant component, there is a loan component, and there is a business development voucher component. And these are all administered by GDB. So it's in collaboration with the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs, administered by GDB. And the grant component is mainly for your not-for-profit organizations. Or even if it's a for-profit organization, your project has to be not-for-profit. So take, for example, a dance school teaching children to dance for free. It contributes to community development. It contributes to the development of the creative arts. So you're able to get a grant to do something like that.
Valued at how much?
If you
what's the max? What's the ceiling on that?
I believe the max is 20.
20,000.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's between 5 to 20, right? You're able to get for that. For the loan, well, we know how loans work. It's up to $50,000. You're able to apply through GDB. Obviously, you have to pay it back. But then the other part that I like about the fund is the voucher component. So sometimes you might have creatives, they don't have this grand project as yet. They may not know exactly where they want the business to go as yet, so they're not ready for a loan. But probably they want to put things together, get a little business plan done to put their plans in place. You can get a voucher to have that done. So you can come, this is what I do, I'd like to get a business plan done. You're able to apply and get a voucher so that you can go ahead and have somebody do your business plan for you. You might have a creative, they're already set up, but they have no recognizable branding, You can get somebody to do your logos, maybe a couple business cards, 2 flyers, stuff like that. Good. That's what you can get the voucher for. The voucher is maxed at $5,000. So that little one there, that's for the people who, depending on your business needs, this might be better. So with the fund, we say there's something for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So depending on what you're doing, there's something for everybody, and we can always talk about that another time.
Yes.
Or people can always contact the office to get
Good.
information.
I want us to talk about the new rollout for
the courses.
Yes.
Right. So registration starts next Monday. And we actually got good news from TAMCC because of how registration went the last time. It was initially set up for 3 days, but off the bat they said, you know what, we're going to do it for a week. So right off the bat, registration starts next Monday and it continues until the 22nd. So from the 15th to the 22nd, individuals can go to TAMCC to register for the courses.
Can they register online?
Unfortunately not. That capability is not available as yet because you have to bring in a valid ID and so on. So you can't register online, but you have an entire week to determine what day suits your schedule for you to go register for the course in TAMCC. Right? The courses are being offered in a blended format like it was the last time. So it's 3 days per week, and I believe it's 1 day in person and 2 days, online in the evening, because we know some of the creative people, whether it's their creative pursuits that they're doing during the day or whether it's, other jobs that they have. So it's done in the evening, and the courses is set up so that you can be able to maximize the time.
Good.
The offerings for this semester is marketing and communications and digital media. So with marketing and communications, the normal press releases, things like that, how to market your business. And the digital media sort of does content in a sense. So that one touches on, creating little content for your business, and then the marketing and communication speaks to the social media aspect of it.
Okay.
So it's the 2 courses, and they're being offered consecutively once more. So if somebody wants to do 2, because we have people from the last semester who did both courses.
Both courses, okay.
Some people did 1, so some people were more interested in the entertainment, introduction to entertainment law aspect. For those, we found a lot of, because as you said, a lot of these performers have managers, and we found a lot of their managers were doing the entertainment law one. So we had some people doing that one, we had some people doing entrepreneurship, and we had some people doing both.
Okay.
So this semester, with the courses being offered consecutively, so we have the first 7 weeks, and then we have the next 7 weeks. People are now able to do the 2 of them, just like they did the last time. And
what's the length of the course?
7 weeks.
7, okay.
So 7, and it's a I think 7 weeks is manageable. Yeah, 7 weeks.
3 days per week.
Exactly.
Yeah. 1 in person,
right.
2 online.
Yes.
You could be preparing your dinner while you're doing the.
While you're listening, but we want you to pay attention. We want you to pay attention. But 7 weeks. 7 weeks is manageable for you to go ahead and do the course. And the thing about the course is that these courses are part of something big, because there is the Creative and Cultural Industries Associate's degree program.
When is that coming?
In September.
Okay.
Right? So
wow.
If you did any of these courses, you're able to apply the credits to the full degree if you desire.
Okay.
So we might have people that might say, depending on where I am, these little courses provide me with enough knowledge that I think I'm satisfied with, and that's fine. At the end of the course, you get a certificate. So if that's what works for you, you can do that. However, you might have people that say, I think I can.
Want to go the full 9
yards? I think I want to go all the way.
Yeah.
And if they've already done, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever amount it is, it shortens the time that you would take to do the full degree program.
And what's the length of time for the full degree program?
It should be 2 years.
Okay.
So the full details are not out as yet, because remember, these courses, the way that these courses are being offered, it should inform the delivery of the course. So, for example, I've seen the course outline for the entrepreneurship one. Maybe depending on how it went, they might want to take out a certain topic, or they might want to add one. So it would inform the delivery of the full course.
Spice Queen says, wow, great opportunities for the youths. I hope they are taking advantage of the offerings. Have they taken advantage?
Yes, they're taking advantage. So the office offers a range of services for creatives. One of the first things that were offered once the office came into effect was concessions. So concessions for our creatives to get their equipment in, get waiver of the duties and so on equipment, on things that will be used in the business. So they've taken advantage of that. For the courses at the TAMCC level, as I stated, we gave out 76 scholarships. So that is, we had 100 to offer, and 76 was given out. And there's actually a max on the class for TAMCC, and one of the classes was full.
Okay.
So the entertainment law class was full. And that's one, and that was the course I was most excited about. So I'm happy that other people were excited about that course too, because that class was full to the brim. They couldn't take any more.
That's a very interesting thing, you know. So it means that in the future we are going to have proper artists representation.
Correct.
Yeah. So no longer coming with a CD or the flash drive. No, give me like a blind. You know, it's a business.
It's a business.
Early in the game, I kept saying that because in the early stages of my career, I recorded in Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go to the studio in Trinidad and a Trini artist comes there, from the time he enters the studio, it's business they're talking. And then you come here, you come back to Grenada, and you know, and I'm talking 10, 15 years ago.
Okay.
But I'm seeing that changing now. Promoters of events are now recognizing that, you know, these are employees, they're working for you, so they ought to be paid. I mean, sometimes they don't pay them as they should, but at least that mindset is changing now, and I'm happy it's happening on both sides.
Yes, so that's happening. And one of the main things, when you go to GDP for the loan or even the grant, you need to be a registered business entity.
Okay.
So that also informs on that, because you can't want to obtain concessions or obtain things that will be able to aid you as a business and not, you know, register your business, register with NIS, register with Inland Revenue. That is one of the things that we are actively pushing also, because you need to register your business as a business. We want you to treat your business as a business. Treat your craft as a business. It's your craft. It's your passion. It's your livelihood. Treat it as such. Not as a blind, not as a side thing. You know?
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that the second phase of the program is being rolled out, and you said registration starts.
Right, so registration starts next Monday, the 15th, and it goes on until the 22nd. Classes start on the 30th. So the
January.
Yes, of January, and it'll run for 7 weeks. So the first class will start on the 30th of January. It'll run for 7 weeks, and then once they wrap up, the next class would happen. If it is that you want to register for the course, you go to TAMCC. I have the information here. It's room 10 in the teacher education block of the School of Continuing Education. Okay. And registration starts from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if you can't remember anything else and you can't remember where to go and you're not sure who to go to, just ask for Miss Japal. So she's the contact person.
Right. Remember that name, Miss Japal, okay?
Yeah, so if you can't remember anything else, you ask for Miss Japal, and she's the one that would be doing the registration and so on.
If someone wants to contact your department.
Yes. So we have a strong social media presence. We really do. And I would like everybody to go on our either Instagram page or our Facebook page, because just the same way you said that there's a lot of creative juices flowing, we have a lot of features of creatives. We feature a lot. Everybody, we have the drummers there. We have a whole lot of creative people
Livingston and his guys
that were featured. So if you go on the page, you'll see all of that, but you'll also see our details regarding the fund, regarding these courses. It's Grenada Office of Creative Affairs. So go on Instagram, that's the page. Go on Facebook, that's the page. You know, put it in the comments for them. Put it in the comments for them. Grenada Office of Creative Affairs. If you want to call us, you can call us on 534-4622. 534-GOKA. If you forgot. GOKA, Grenada Office of Creative Affairs. 534-GOKA. Or you can email us at info@creativeaffairs.gov.gd.
Okay.
All right.
Well, like I said, I'm happy that you all have taken that initiative, under the ambit of the government. It's good that, they recognize the need for these courses and the grant funding and all these things. I do hope that we reap the fruits.
Yes.
That are being sold.
And GDB is open for applications. If you need any additional information, you can use our contact information, or you can contact GDB just to get some general info as to what funding works for you. Okay. If it is that it's a voucher, the loan, or so on.
Or the grant.
But or the grants. And if you go on Facebook, everything is there.
Okay.
Everything. We even have a section dedicated for those frequently asked questions that we get about the funding program. It's all there.
Ms. Lewis, thank you for dropping by, and keep up the good works.
Thank
you and your entire team.
Yes,
and
team.
We all will reap the fruits together.
Yes, it's a pleasure being here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much. Folks, we take a quick break. I've been speaking with Ms. Janelle Lewis, the project officer
of the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs.
Thank you very much. Folks, we'll be back after these messages, and when I come back, we have another set of guests as we talk the Gospel Concert for Independence and more. We'll be back after this.
On February 3rd and 4th, the Grenada Motor Club presents Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags at Pearls International Speedway, St. Andrews. Come out to see our local boys compete against the fastest drag racing cars the Caribbean has to offer. There will be special entertainment from one of the Caribbean's top drifters and live performances from one of our local artists. February 2nd is the welcome party at Lavo Lanes. February 3rd, Test and Tune at Pearls International Speedway, and February 4th, Drag Race Finals. Contact us at Grenada Motor Club 473@gmail.com. Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags, February 3rd and 4th at Pearls International Speedway. This will be an epic one.
Grenada, as we celebrate 50 years of independence. I love my Grenada. Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso.
Open me a little better night, honey.
One stage.
No, not so fast.
One show.
Music holding me.
Grenada's best Calypsonians performing Grenada's greatest hits. Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon.
When the DJ play with her hungry, she raise her hand and she tell me, making no place sweeter than home.
Someone to help you to your feet. I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you. No, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands. We got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Oh, island in the sun, look at how we've grown, how far we've run. 50 years we strong and more to come. Going up,
Your new Grenleg bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey Mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new Grenleg bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format, it even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. And Mom, let Lucy know she can check out Grenleg's new Understanding Your Bill video. Anyway, look who says hi, and see you soon.
Your new Grenleg bill, easier to understand and easier to track your usage.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. As I told you earlier, this morning is going to be a jam-packed. Just keeping a constant check on the time. It's 22 minutes on to 8 o'clock. I'm joined at this time with two people representing the celebrations committee. To my extreme right is Tamika Gilbert, and to my immediate right, can't remember her name. It's my good friend Oslin Crosby. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Innocent.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. How was Christmas holidays?
It was good. It was good. It was Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I think that explains it.
Yeah. It was the
nice
season.
And quiet celebration for the season.
Yeah. Okay, so we're here to talk independence generally, right? The celebrations. Tamika is going to talk primarily about the gospel concert that is factored within the independence celebration. So, Tamika, how is that going?
The preparations for that is going very well. The 21st of January at Progress Park. It's going to be...
Only come home eventually.
Eventually. We're spreading things around. We can't have everything one.
Well, eventually people start to do that. Previously, everything is in tongue.
You think I didn't know? I expected
and Mike Alexis and Andre Jerome and them keep telling me about how our leaders do this in the country, and so we're bringing it up in the country now.
Well, that was it was important for me to spread things around when I made the decision. We were deciding as a group on a location. We look at all the locations for the other events and decided that Progress Park is going to be a perfect space for gospel fusion.
Susan, things coming your way. Roast enough corn, boil enough corn, everything will be all right. Lovely.
Yeah, it's gospel fusion, gospel concert, and family fun day. So we are going to have events for the kids. So the bouncy castle, face paints, all of that for the kids as well. The gates will be open from 1 p.m.
Wow.
But the gospel concert starts at 3:30. So it's still enough time for the family to come out. We will have tables and chairs if people want to come and have their lunch there early. It's a free event, so no cover charge. So people can come out and have their lunch at Progress Park on Sunday if they so feel, and then wait around. The kids have some fun and then wait around for the concert that starts at 3:30.
And the concert will feature acts like...
We have Richard Simon, Kamala Campbell, Laura Lisa.
Richard still sings?
Yes, Richard still sings.
And he could sing, you know.
He is a good voice.
According to the Trini, he has throat.
Singing longer than some of us.
He has throat. I remember Richard as a little boy, right? I was maybe around 10, 11. And an aunt of mine was getting married, and Richard Simon and Zorina, can't remember her surname, but they did a song together, and Richard's voice stuck with me since then.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's one of them. We also have Colin Robert. We have Preston Andrew and the Mystical Healing Chapel from St. John. We tried to make it... Again, we brought it home to every parish as much as we can. We brought it home to every denomination as much as we can, because this is about unity and about celebrating the goodness of God on our country. Celebrating 50 years is I don't think our history is so tumultuous. We have a couple,
We have our history.
It's our history.
That's what it is.
I think we can. It's really about giving God all the praise and honor and glory for such a wonderful history to get into 50 years. So,
right. So the date is
21st,
Sunday, the 21st of January. That's 2 Sundays from now.
Yes, 2 Sundays from now.
Starts at 1 o'clock.
Well, the gates open at 1
1.
o'clock. The concert starts at 3:30.
It can be dubbed a family event because there'll be attraction and activities for the young ones.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. Maslin, what do you think?
I think that's great. That is great. And I think, Innocent, just from piggybacking from Tamika, it shows us that this year's independence celebration is different.
Yeah.
50 years will only happen once. We would only have a second 50 and a third 50.
Yeah,
but the first 50 is most significant.
Right.
And because of this, we realize that the committee is placing a lot of emphasis on unity. Yeah. We as a country need to come together and celebrate this. So one people, one journey, and just one future, right?
Wow.
We are not going to go anywhere else. And the theme, I think it is fitting for what the celebration should be. The celebrations, we would also recognize, incorporates all the different types of people in Grenada. It is not just for so we're taking care of our people who are our Christians or churchgoers, the people who primarily, they are not secular, but they stick to the church, that's fine. We have for the people who go to the parties, the people who like to mix. We have events for the athletes. There are events for every group. It celebrates 50, and it's a true representation of who we are as a people. And we really do want people to be involved.
Yeah, and coming off from saying that we were catering from all people, our acts go from South St. George Government School. For the younger ones, we have Richard Simon. For the older one, we have...
No, Richard didn't go like that. The aging folks, not the older ones.
We have K. Morale, Karina Alexander, a cross-section of ages, a cross-section of parishes, a cross-section of denominations, just to make sure that unity is highlighted in an event like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think we would all agree that once we talk patriotism, we are not talking just. We are not talking color, we're talking country.
We're talking colors. The red, green, and the gold.
We're talking colors. Yes, colors and country. Colors, country, 450. And we want people to come out. A number of events since the independence celebrations were launched in October, at the end of October. A lot of things have been happening every week. There's something happening. So far, we have already had the opening of the museum. That was on the 29th of November.
Mobile museum?
Yes.
Wow.
The launch of the school mobile museum. We also had on the 3rd the unveiling of the CARICOM roundabout, which is done by the Botanical Gardens there. So that has happened. We're getting ready on the 19th of January for the Youth Summit. And that will be at the Radisson's Ballroom. So all our young people, we're expecting over 300 plus young people to be there. What will the event be like? It will be one where you have influential and successful young people speaking to their peers, motivating, sharing their stories, because I think it is important that we start there. If we are preparing for 50 and beyond, we're celebrating 50, but I think this is the start, or this should be the start for many more.
Yeah, we're looking down the road.
Yes. We cannot just think of 50 when we have children being born. We have the 1-year-olds and the 2-year-olds. Well, some of us might be, and others have crossed their 50. It meant that you have paved the way for those to come. And we are ensuring that we capture that in the celebrations. So our young people will have a platform to share. And we're inviting you to be a part from 14 to 30. The age group that we're looking for.
That's my age group.
I know.
That's my age
Innocent.
group.
If that makes you feel as a youth, that's fine. So you can be a part of the events that's happening. That summit that will be happening on the 19th of January.
Let me ask this. Since the activities rolled out in October, what sort of responses have the activities been getting thus far? People are coming out to the various activities that were held so far?
I would say yes.
I mean, the opening set the pace. The launch definitely set the pace, and we've had regular engagement in all of the events that have been put forth for the celebrations thus far.
So people are actually waiting and anticipating great things from the... I'm seeing something being promoted for New York, and I like what I'm seeing. I hope we have something bigger than that.
Even one of the artists we want to bring in for the concert, he's saying, he's fully engaged in the New York arm of the celebration. So it tells you that all Grenadians are excited about our 50th.
Yeah, that's There's something about this 50 thing.
It's different. It's
something
different.
about
There's
this
a
50
vibe.
thing.
There's something about it that is, and the thing is, what's important or what's interesting is it's not just local. The diaspora is really energized, and now what we want to do is ensure that all locals are energized. So there are some things that will be, and it's important that we understand that some of the traditions that were built over time as relates to independence continues. Colors Day will be Colors Day. So for us, I want to remind us that on the 6th of February, and mind you, that is my special day, so you know, I always look forward to it.
What's special about that day?
That's good. Everything is special. The 6th of February. It's Colors Day. Colors Day is also my birthday, so I'm talking about this special.
I don't know that already. I was like, come on.
So what we do is we want to let you know that go out there, sit down and conceptualize your designs, what you'll be wearing on the day. You will have enough opportunities to wear something nice. On that day, we look forward to the children parading in St. George's. All of that will be happening and more, right? Also, be prepared. If you have never gone to the military parade, come out Independence Day.
Are we going to have the bombers and so forth flying over?
So many surprises, lots of surprises.
I've been a fly on the wall, right? I have been a fly on the wall.
But you have to be there. You must be there to experience it. It's going to be a day, but as we speak of all the events leading up to, what we want to do is continue to let you know what's happening. So the 19th of January, we spoke about the summit, On the 20th, we also have the Independence Calypso semi-final. Innocent, that's your thing. Are you on the list? You have graduated now to be an MC.
I've given up this MC thing long.
Really?
I'm singing for the Lord now.
You say, well, that's great. I think so we should have him on the concert.
Of course.
We need to include him on the list.
Yes.
So the Independence Calypso semi-final is going to be on the 20th, and that's going to be a last address. This year, the support,
actually bring it home.
The response was resounding.
I see Squeezy in it. I see Randy in it. This guy, the Humphrey guy, not Peter, the other one. Unlucky. That's
I think it is. I have been around Carnival for a couple of years now, and we have never also involved Independence a couple of years before. Never. You have about 100 Calypsonians in Grenada. Yes, when you have 60 entries, over 60 plus entries in your Independence Calypso competition, it speaks volumes. And I think the number speaks for itself, and also the artists that are participating. It's different. It is different.
Maybe Randy might finally get a crown again,
Time will tell. It will be quite a momentous time for him to be able
Someone is asking, I'm wondering what about accommodations are being made to make it possible for disabled people to participate in any of the independence celebrations. Any accommodations are being made for that?
The venues. Are really your primary thing for that of the people living with disability. And for example, Progress Park does not limit the entry of someone coming to that event. The other events that you have, the Radissons, anyone can enter the Radisson. You have access for people living with disability. Other activities that we'll be having will be on the Carnage, and that does not limit you either. It's accessible. The stadium, the same thing. So we, in all of this, all our groups, especially our vulnerable groups, were thought of. Yes, so they will be covered and they can access.
They even have an event to celebrate with the elderly.
Yes, there is an event for the elderly. So it will incorporate everyone. Our athletes don't feel left out. There are so much happening. We have the relay happening. Yes, that will be happening soon. So you cannot wrong the island flag relay. That one is going to be an event to look forward to.
Repeat that, please. Reiterate this.
It is the flag relay. It's a new one. So the Round the Island flag relay and parish sports. Wow. It is one with a difference. All our athletes, and what we would have is representation from all the parishes. So you have 7 groups, but your group does not dictate. So let's say you represent in St. Mark, you don't have to be from St. Mark, right? But you would form part of that group that represents St. Mark. Carriacou will be represented, and we would have 4 sports on display. So it is a lot more about that. So we will share more information information. We will share a lot more information on that. So we want you to be a part. If you think that you don't have enough information, you can call us. Yes, call the secretariat. Call the secretary and get it.
Also the website.
Go onto the website. Go onto the Facebook page. All the social media platforms. The information is there, all there. But we want you to go on because you need to go there. Read, because we would think that some people think that it's only happening in the diaspora. Oh, there are so much
and there
more
are opportunities for you to get involved. Right on the page, you can put there how you yourself can be involved. You offer your services there to get involved. It's right there. So yes, you can.
Wow.
So in a sense, don't worry yet. We don't want to. We realize that you pause.
We're not done.
And you're like, wow.
Yeah.
All right. Tamika spoke about the 21st, so we know what's happening on the 21st. We are not leaving God out. And remember, that is a non-denominational event. It's all unity. All unity. So all our churches are invited to come on out.
Everyone.
Be a part of it.
Not just our churches. Yeah, everyone's invited.
If there's one thing I think we can all agree, we can agree to Tamika, there's always a difference in spiritual music to the music on the outside.
Yeah.
Yes. Nothing beats spiritual music.
There's something to it.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
And then on the 27th, let's not forget, once we have a semi-final, it means that there will be a final. And you cannot beat the St. Patrick, the bus terminal in St. Ayres.
Yeah, I think that has become the home for
it. It has become the home for it. So that will be continuing there. On the 28th, so we started speaking about around the island flag. This one, I'm excited about this one because it's different. It is different in
and
a
it's
sense.
Taking you one event around the entire island.
It will take you around the island. So you start in St. Patrick and then you would get to go off. So the running, right? And it's going to be a relay. So it would not be one athlete running from St. Patrick to St. John. No. They will have, there will be points when they would pass that baton on. So they would move to another one. And then when they get to go, then we have the sailing. Another group that will be moving. One boat, yes. So it's going to be 7 boats coming down now to the Carenage. Yeah. And then we'll have the cross the harbour swim from the Carenage down to Grand Dance. Yeah. And that will be another team again. And then when you get to Grand Dance, then we will have the cycling back to St. Andrew. So it is going to be a spectacular event. It's all sports. It gives our athletes
everyone's
who
getting
maybe
covered.
Everybody's getting covered. So if you are multidisciplinary, you have some of the people. Our Lyndon Victor again. Excellent. Yes, we're covering the pioneers that has made 50 remarkable in every event that has been organized for this independence celebration.
No activity where you have to throw the shot put and thing.
No, would you like to be there?
I would like to beat Colin Peters. He beat me in Intercall in 19 something, and I want to beat him back now.
So you want to make that a part of the independence celebration?
Yeah. Colin, what do you think? Me, you, and Clifford Warm. Those days.
And let us not forget for the people, our artisans. So we have been placing a lot of emphasis on the creatives and the creative sector. On the 30th of January, there will be the huge launch of the 50th Independence Historic Art Exhibition. So the people who love, they are talented there. We will be having that huge exhibition on where people will have an opportunity to purchase.
I was looking at Chrislina this morning on the news interviewing this gentleman that painted alongside the tunnel.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is dangerous because you look at the picture and somebody might want to walk into the waterfall. Partners, you're too good.
It is so real. It is so real. But it's a welcome
addition to the space.
Yeah, it is. When you drive out from the back of the mall, where you come from the parking space.
Somebody might just walk into the waterfall.
It really captivates the attention. It really draws.
There's one problem I have with it.
What?
He was being rather chauvinistic because there's a sign that says females only.
Females only.
What's wrong with you, guy?
I saw that.
Who does that?
We are special. We understand that.
Of course. Of course.
On the 2nd of February, All Things Grenadian. That one is another expo. That one is actually the start. There will be more on Independence Day. Where you have the Made in Grenada, that expo that's usually at the stadium. It will be there too, but you would have an opportunity to have it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's the Made in Grenada
on Independence Day.
The
yes.
Calypso show after
That's another show. Right. So that's another event that will be happening. Yeah. And that event on the 2nd, it's on the Carnage. But there's another event that's coming up. I know people have been seeing the flyer and wondering what it's about. The Up From concert.
Up From
Here concert.
Okay, what is that about?
The song. If you listen to the theme song for Independence, we're going up.
Up and up.
Up and up. And that one will feature an entirely local cast. All Grenada. You know when we go, you know what we look forward to on a Soca Monarch night?
Yeah.
That is going to be like the Soca Monarch before, the Independence Soca Monarch. Patriotic. To me, that is what makes Carnival what it is. I love Soca Monarch because you go there and you get all Grenada. That is who is at Soca Monarch. And to me, the best part of Soca Monarch is the preliminary, because you get everything. You get everything.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You get everybody.
You actually go to Soca Monarch, I think?
Of course.
Yeah, wow.
I enjoy Carnival. Carnival is my time. It's
I'll go and sit and listen to the Calypsos, but the Soca thing, oh gosh,
so there's also a Calypso event. I heard the ad for the Calypso event. And then we have all our locals that's going to be at the Up From Here. That's the Friday before Independence at the stadium. More information that will be shared on the concert later. Yeah? But it is expected to be a wonderful event. On the 3rd, which is a Saturday, it's going to be the Governor General's fundraiser event. That's the gala down at Radisson. The ad would also be out soon. You should hear before the end of the week. It is a fundraiser. All proceeds go towards the reconstruction of Government House. Yes. And I think that's important. The house have been in ruins since Ivan. Ivan hit us, and I think as we celebrate now 50, we must reflect on that period.
We have to show Ivan that we rebound.
Well, we have. And we continue to. And as we do so, we are building better. We are coming back stronger. And it also showed how resilient we can be. Yes. So as we do so, we continue to look to the future, right? So the 3rd of February, that's what's happening. Innocent, I know we run out of time, so let me just run through.
Yes, you're smart.
On the 4th, on the 4th, we have the ecumenical service. That is going to be at the, that one is going to be down at Gateway. At Gateway, that huge place. Yes, Gateway Assembly. All, as we say, ecumenical services like the gospel concert. It's important that we give God thanks for all that we have achieved and more, and looking forward to more. Also preparing for all that we want to do more after 50. So we have to ask Him now so that He would give us that opportunity. And then we have the St. Paul's Independence Extravaganza. That's on the 4th of February. Also on Thursday, they will be having a panel discussion that people
Dr.
are
Francis
invited.
Alexis
Yes, Dr. Francis Alexis, Mr. Romaine. We have Dr. Dow. Also, Dr. Grenade would also be there. We invite people to go on out and be a part of that event. The 5th, the Prime Minister will be beyond, Grenada Beyond for 50. The vision for the future is going to be a special address. More information will be shared as to where, because you can actually be there. It's like a town hall where you would actually be speaking to Grenada, what's government's plans, policy position, 50 and beyond. What's happening after that? The 6th, we know it's All Colors Day. Do it nice. It's all oil down. Businesses, please get your T-shirts printed.
And it's also his birthday too. Yes.
Do all that you need to do on that day, but ensure that it represents us. On Independence Day, it's all happening at the stadium. It's going to be an afternoon parade. 2 o'clock, the military team will be leaving the carnage will go across to the stadium. By 2:30, the parade is expected to start. It is going to be a spectacular event.
I can only imagine.
So be there for it on the 8th, but it has not ended yet. Not yet. Independence, yes, but remember we'll be having a lot of people at home, so a lot will be happening on the 8th. On the 8th, though, folk in the town. I'm looking forward to that event.
Yeah, that's the one of the events that I'm looking forward to most, because it really takes us right into it's a good backdrop for such an event.
And it's going to be happening on Melville Street. I'll just leave just that with you. We'll continue.
That's a teaser.
That's
to be
all.
continued.
We're not telling you anything more. It's going to be happening on Melville Street. Just think about it. How will we do this, right? Folk in the town.
Yes.
What will happen there? We'll tell you more about it later. And then on the 10th of February, Pan 50 and Food Fest. That will be happening on the Carnage. Another event with a difference. Those lights, you would see more of that light, of those lights on the Carnage that already have just added to that picturesque horseshoe that we have there. There's so much happening, but what we want to do is encourage people to be a part of the national events. Be a part of the national events.
And Tamika,
thank you, Innocent.
Thank you very much. Ashley Crosby, never a dull moment with this young lady.
Never one.
Tamika, it's been a pleasure having you. And as the events draw closer, GBN is your home.
Yes.
Just a phone call away. Say, Innocent, I want to drop by, and you're welcome.
Yes. So you can book us now. At least you would hear. Book us now. So what we're going to do is get to speak more about the events as they draw closer. And let us not forget the 19th and the 21st. The 19th, the summit.
And
21st,
Gospel Fusion.
Spice Queen said they sold it awesome. Folks, we got to wrap it up here. We've got to join the BBC. We got to please as many as we can. There are folks who are looking forward to the BBC. So that's it for the conversation this morning. Those of you who participated one way or the other, thank you very much. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll have another conversation tomorrow. Same time, same place, same frequencies, channels, and platforms. I love you. Bye-bye.